Hey guys, it's Saria. Welcome back to my channel if you are a returning subscriber, and if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and join our little Disney family. I make DIYs a couple times a week, and occasionally I have some little Disney magic sprinkled in. Today's video is going to be showing you how to make these lovely birthday ears because my birthday's next week. My birthday's March 22nd and I'm so excited. I will be turning 29, which means I have one more year in my 20s. I'm gonna make it a good one. These ears actually are really easy. They're totally no-sew. The bow is definitely the primary how-to of the DIY. But if you are interested in learning how to make these, then just keep watching. Okay, so we're going to start off with the bow. You're going to need a piece of fabric that is 5 inches by 13 inches about. I chose this kind of iridescent fabric that's see-through. And then you're going to want a little strip of cardboard because this fabric is see-through and so thin. If you just hot glue it, it's going to like kind of make a mess all over the bow. So put the little strip of cardboard in the center of your fabric, and then you're going to fold each half inward. And then you're going to do one dot in the first corner and kind of gently press it down. Don't use too much hot glue, you really don't need a whole lot, and then just gently tap down the hot glue with your finger. And then you're going to flip it over and go ahead and do the other corner. So again, just a dot of hot glue and then gently tap it down. So then you're going to take your hot glue gun and close up the rest of this seam that you've just created. You can do a thin line or a few dots. I choose to do a thin line, and then I kind of just pull the fabric tight and then press it down. Sorry, I got a little bit out of frame here, or a lot of it. So now I'm just pinching my bow to make sure that I like the sizing and the shape and the look of it, and I do. So now I'm going to close up the bottom of the bow by doing some little dots of hot glue and then just pressing it together with my fingers, and then I'm going to finish off the rest of the bottom by doing some thin lines of hot glue. And then I'm going to flip it over and start doing the top. Now do not completely close the top right away because we are going to put in those little pom-pom balls to make it a little more festive. This also reminds me of Mickey's 90th birthday. That's kind of what made me think of this because of Minnie's dress for that celebration. It has like these pom-poms inside of it. So anyway, sort your pom-poms. I just use these brightly colored ones in all different sizes. Obviously get whatever you like, and then you're going to fill up your bow about halfway. And then the tricky part for me was I ended up putting this really dark purple in, which I didn't end up loving at the very end. It's not bad, it's just they look so dark that they almost look like black, which wasn't exactly what I was going for, but it's okay. Which, by the way, they sell pom-poms at Dollar Tree. So now that it's about halfway full, I'm kind of spreading them out in the bow and dividing them in half. This doesn't totally matter that you have the colors on the right sides yet, but you just want to make sure you have enough inside. And then you're going to go ahead and close up your bow by doing a line of hot glue and pressing together your fabric. And then I'm just going with my scissors and trimming up any loose strands that I have on the fabric. And I'm kind of shaking it up and mixing up the pom-poms a little bit more, and then dividing them in half and pinching my bow. So once you have your bow pinched and you have your nice bow shape, you're going to put some hot glue into the center of your bow, and again pinch it really tight, let the hot glue dry. And then I noticed I had a little bit of an opening appearing at the top of my bow, so I just went in and closed it up with a little more hot glue. So now that I have my basic bow shaped, I'm going to take a thin piece of that iridescent fabric again, and I kind of curled it a little bit to conceal the edges, and applied a dot of hot glue, pressed it down, wrapped it around my bow, and then hot glued it down, hot glued the other end down. I hope I'm making sense here. And then just trimmed off the excess for that center piece. And this is the Pom Pom Bow all done. So next for the ears, I showed these on my Instagram months and months and months ago because I got them in the Christmas section at Hobby Lobby. I know that these are not out right now and I'm so sorry, but Hobby Lobby does put out their Christmas stuff usually in April or May. So hopefully they'll be back out. But I loved these. I thought they were very birthday-ish, so I made sure to buy them because I knew I wanted them for my birthday ears. I'm just going ahead and taking some wire cutters, and I clipped off the Lollipop stick part of it. This is my new template for you guys. So I always talk about spacing and how hard it is, for me at least, to space my ears. I always keep my ears about 2.5 inches apart from the center. But it is kind of difficult to space them. So I made a spacing template for you guys. This set of ears in particular, it's not the most helpful thing because the ears are perfect circles, unlike Mickey ears that are not actually perfect circles. But for any other type of ear, this is a great template. I just wanted to let you guys know that I made it for you and that it is in the description box below and will be in the description box in future ear videos. So I started off just by getting the general spacing for the ears, and I checked it kind of holding them up on my head in the mirror, and then took a marker and kind of marked a dot where I wanted the ear to go. And then I applied a pretty generous amount of hot glue on the bottom of the ear and pressed it firmly down onto my headband. And now I'm just kind of checking to see where it lines up on my template. And as you can see, again, it's not perfect, but it does give you kind of a good idea of making sure they're not completely wonky. Any of my other ear tutorials, this would be really, really useful, particularly if you're using my other ear templates, because that's what I based it off of. So last step is you're going to go ahead and take your bow, apply some hot glue on the bottom of it, and firmly press it down to your headband. Make sure you check the back of it and you don't have any hot glue oozing out the back or anything like that, and that your bow is really firmly attached. I did decide to go ahead and go back in and fold over the tops of my bow because I didn't like how pointy it looked. So I just kind of did a little tiny dot of hot glue and folded the top of my bow because it gave it more of a curved shape, as you can see here, which I just personally liked better. And then this is what they looked like when they were all done. I hope you guys liked this tutorial. I will be wearing these this Friday on my birthday. And if you have any questions or ideas for future videos, leave it in the comment section below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!